Oh, hi everybody. Hi Tamar.
Ah, hi.
Welcome to another video about Game of Thrones. Today we're going to talk about the Children of the Forest. So Itamar, tell us a little bit about the Children of the Forest.
They don't like to be called like that. They
don't?
prefer native Westerosis.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
They call themselves those who sing the song of Earth.
Okay.
They are the indigenous people of Westeros. They live far from humans, beyond the wall.
Right.
We know that they help to build.
This is what it said.
Yeah,
what
this
it said.
is according to folklore.
Right, with their magic,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they're also magical people and they have like a connection to the werewolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're not humans, they are humanoids. They live for a long time, they say, like 200 years at least, or something like that.
That's like the lifespan.
Yeah, their lifespan is much higher than humans.
Okay.
They are closer
Longer.
to nature,
Okay.
and they have magic abilities, spitting fireballs, you know. Hadouken!
Okay. Okay, and they were in Westeros. They are the native people of Westeros, as far as we know. And then the first men came from Essos, and a huge war erupted.
Yeah, the story goes that they lived harmoniously with the trees until the evil man came, and they brought iron with them.
The white man came.
Exactly, and they conquered all of Westeros. They fought for a few centuries with the Children of the Forest, and then the fighting stopped. They did an alliance, like a truce, like a
Right.
treaty. Like the symbol of this treaty is the island of faces in the Riverlands, I think. They stopped cutting down the weirwood trees, and the Children of the Forest taught them like a lot of
Their
things
gods.
about the gods and how to communicate with ravens, which at first spoke, and
The ravens,
ravens spoke.
themselves.
They delivered the message out loud, as the children say. Children of the Forest were last seen about 6,000 years ago, when the Andals came, and they brought with them steel and
Right.
metal, and conquered the Westeros and cut down trees, and the Children of the Forest disappeared into folklore and myth.
Right. But, okay, when they fought the first men, they tried to cut off the. Look at me. Right here, Itamar. Cut off Dorne from Essos.
That's how the story goes.
That's how the story goes. And then afterwards, when they with the Andals, that was when they tried to separate Westeros into two at the neck, but it only created like swamps.
Yeah, like a swamp.
Their magic is strong, but on the other hand, they failed twice.
I guess steel is stronger than magic in this
Right.
world, which is interesting.
And their magic in the wall supposedly helps keep the White Walkers slash others
supposedly. Yeah.
away. But now, at the end of season 4 and at the end of book 5, Dance with Dragons, we meet a Children of the Forest, a child of the forest for the first time.
Yeah, our company is Bran.
So now we know that they do exist.
They do exist, and the minute they are in existence in the story, they are no longer good or bad. So we are introduced to the concept of Children of the Forest as this magical beings or whatever,
a victim of the
probably
white
something
man came.
not so good and benign with them.
Right.
But,
you get the
know,
sense that they're, I don't know, they're scheming around like with their NSA surveillance all over the kingdom. I don't know. What do they want? They want the dick pics, you think?
Yeah.
They're intercepting ravens, maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
Could be. They see everything. They watch you.
Okay, so when he wrote about the Children of the Forest, what do you think he had in mind?
It's pretty clear that it seemed very similar to the indigenous people of America and Australia, even
North America,
and North America, because in the South it was empires and kingdoms.
Why do you think it was North America and Australia?
Let's take the North American example because it is more popular culture.
Right.
So we imagine today the Native Americans, they are closer to nature and they have this cosmology of spirits and animism.
And like they believe that they themselves have a connection like with nature and with everything.
Yeah, they speak with ravens.
So the Native Americans and the Native Westerosi, and then other people came.
The white man came.
White men came across the sea, brought us pain and misery. Okay, so
Yeah.
they came the first men, and then the Andals, and now there
So
are like almost no more. Like the children of the forest are in the reservoir over there in the north.
The children of the forest today, or the,
Today?
or the children of the jungle, you say.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
you can say that still have these small tribes in the Amazon. Like they, isolate themselves from the world. They still use arrow and bows and arrows.
Right. Their habitat, natural habitat, is getting
Grow,
smaller
and
and
now
smaller.
you have a lot of instances that and this conflict between progress and like the price you need to pay for progress
Right,
that is at the expense of your relationship with the nature.
right.
And there is this funny thing that Bran is eating some paste. There are a lot of series that is eating Georgian when he's doing it. Yes.
I know I've read it, but I have to act surprised.
So it's like they make a paste for him, and then he
Okay.
eats it, and then he have visions.
Right.
We speak with people
Right.
that went to sit with tribes in South America and do some ayahuasca or Sao Pedro or
Right,
peyote.
right.
I talked with someone who did San Pedro in South
Okay.
America, and he told me years after
Right.
he still felt like this positive connection with nature.
Like walking around in the city, seeing trees.
Every time he watched something green growing, made him feel like this strange connection.
Wow.
And also, when you drop some acid, then if you take it while you're in nature, then you sit around and suddenly you understand this concept of hugging a tree, because you see all the nature and everything is like one. You feel this connection. You have this with the nature, and suddenly stuff like trees and rocks and flowers next to you have this personality, and you feel you're going to feel with joy, and you want to thank them or something like that.
Really? How do you know?
I heard.
So another similarity between the children of the forest and the Native Americans is that they both don't have written history, so we don't know exactly how they lived and who ruled them and who won the wars. It's folklore and like of an oral tradition. And actually, it's been 5 seasons and 5 books, and we only encountered like once one child of the forest for like I don't know, half a page, whatever.
We still don't know a lot about them.
Yeah, the only things we know are from stories from a long time ago because they haven't been seen for 6,000 years. And we don't know a lot about the Native Americans of North America. What about in South America?
South America, you had kingdoms and empires. You had also small tribes, of course, and
They kept history?
yeah, they kept history. The Aztecs kept history.
Isn't it incredible that even like in a separate continent, 2 separate continents that haven't met, both have like a system of government and both have a system of bureaucracy and history. You could see the same in Japan. I don't know.
And they make bows and arrows as well.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
So it's like we're programmed to
And
do
gods,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's a very it makes you a little bit deterministic with your sense of history.
Yeah.
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 So this is a great setup for this video's bold prediction. So cue bold prediction. What do you think will happen to the children of the forest in the remaining part of the story?
If we can compare it to the historical process of that we know, so eventually progress will prevail,
Right.
and at the expense of this connection with nature, with the
Right.
powers of nature, because
Right.
they're in the story they have real
Right.
power, real like magical power.
Maybe a connection with nature, like you said, with your friend. There is also some value to it that we cannot quantify it.
Yeah, and then we need to drop some acid in order to feel again. That was I was told, at least. They will probably play their role in the story. We think that maybe they will help Bran do like a tsunami in order to prevent the Dothraki from landing in
Right.
Westeros.
This is from a previous video about the Dothraki,
Yeah.
and we have. It sounds crazy, but I don't know. It's kind of well thought out.
Yeah, you have a historical precedent for that.
Right.
It already happened.
Twice.
And when we think about them as like a faction in their own,
Right.
with interests and goals and agenda,
Right.
they want to survive.
Right.
And
Right.
they're like this close to extinction.
They don't
and-
care about us.
And they even tell one of the children,
Right.
the singers, they call themselves, tells Bran that they are like disappearing. There are few of them left, and all this nature relationship, and like the magic of nature is basically disappearing.
Right.
So I think this trajectory, after they will play their role in the story, like this trajectory will continue, and their fate will be very similar to the Aboriginal people of Australia, and unfortunately Native Americans as well.
I know, it makes me think of elves, of the elves from the Lord of the Rings. They also like live in the forest, and they have like a magical connection with nature. They derive, it seems, some of their magic from nature, and they're fading a little bit like the children of the forest, and they have these pointy ears. They're like beautiful. So maybe their end will be like the end of the children of the forest. Itama, the children of the forest. What do you think will happen to the children of the forest?
I think they will build casinos.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. So if you enjoyed this video, click like. If you'd like to get our next videos, please subscribe. And if you like what we do and you want to help us do some more, there's a link to our Patreon page in the description. We've had a lot of sponsors lately, and it's a big help. Thank you very much, our sponsors, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Itama. Bye, bye.
Nah.